Hello, Facebook friends. It's Carla, your online doctor, with today's Live in 5. I had to move from where I was sitting. I didn't like the angle. So, what do you guys think? New look for me. I did it. I cut it. Oh my God. So, hey Kim. Thanks for hopping on. Okay, so let's start out with my speech. So, hello, Facebook friends. It's Carla, your online doctor, with today's Live in 5. Today is Tuesday, May 28th at 5:02 p.m. Oh my God, fresh starts. I don't know. I'm looking at myself and I'm like, I can't believe it's me. All right, so for the next week or so, we're going to be talking about natural alternatives to consider before chemotherapy for cancer treatment. Now, please understand, if you or a loved one have been diagnosed with cancer, I am not telling you not to do chemotherapy or radiation or surgery. That is a decision only you can make with the help of your physician, with a clear understanding of your options. Much of the information that I'm going to share comes from Ty and Charlene Bollinger's groundbreaking documentary or docuseries, The Truth About Cancer, which for me was eye-opening. And if you haven't seen it yet, you really need to get your hands on it and you need to watch it. Now, some of what I will share, it may not have to replace your Western medicine options, but can be used in conjunction with what you're using, okay? Many of you know that my sister passed away in August, and I have been on from breast cancer, and I've been on a search for myself for future, God forbid, information that I might need to deal with, and I want to know what my options are. Now, conventional oncologists, unfortunately, create a false sense of urgency and convince patients they must immediately begin the big three, okay? The big three treatment protocols: surgery, chemotherapy, and radiation, which is not benign. None of them are benign. They all have risks. They all have side effects. They all have detrimental effects on your body. Now, many people get very sick. Some actually die from the treatments, not from the cancer. Again, this is not meant to be a scare tactic. This is meant as an educational tool for you. The pharmaceutical industry works very hard to ensure you don't learn about natural alternatives to their drugs, and most doctors go along with that, mostly because in school we don't learn anything but pharmacology, okay? Lots of research at medical schools is funded by big pharma. So no surprise there, okay? Now, I want to discuss some of these options with you. It's going to take about a week to go through them, so take notes if you want to. Do some research on these individual things on your own to see if any of them seem valid for you. Things you might want to consider, things you can actually start doing now to prevent, because prevention is clearly the key when it comes to any health condition. So let's talk about some of the options you can consider. Number one, detoxification. Conventional cancer treatments flood the body with toxins and can prevent healing. Our cells automatically cleanse and detoxify by eliminating waste products. But if what's coming in exceeds the ability of our cells to get rid of it, our cells get overwhelmed and they start to malfunction, and disease processes can actually start because of that. Okay, so even if you have cancer, you can get sicker because you're flooding the body with things that it cannot get rid of fast enough. A study done in 2005 found 287 industrial chemicals in the umbilical cords of newborns. Over half of them are known to cause cancer. Now, this slow poisoning has an effect on the body's pH balance, making us more acidic, allowing a cancer to thrive. Toxins and heavy metals must be removed in order to reset the body's pH and bring it back to an alkaline state. So detoxification is integral if you are preventing disease, or if you are even getting chemotherapy and anything else. You need to detox after each treatment to help get rid of the stuff that your body doesn't need, so the healthy cells don't get damaged. Okay? Again, these pregnant women, if they knew they had 287 of these chemicals in their umbilical cords, I assure you they would stop putting this stuff in their bodies. But most of the reasons why those things are there is because people do not know. They do not know these things are there. They do not know how bad they are, and they don't know the long-term effects of them being in the body. Number 2, and the last one I'm going to talk about today, and we're going to be covering about 30, so buckle up and be ready. Number 2 is one of my favorites, aromatherapy. It's a natural modality that can help patients cope with chronic pain, nausea, stress, and depression. Okay, so this is not necessarily replacing chemotherapy, but would be used during and after chemotherapy to help you recover. It can stimulate the immune system, fight off bacterial infections, increase circulation, alleviate headaches, soothe sore muscles, and help with better sleep. A study done in 2013 found frankincense contains a compound called AKBA, acetyl-11-keto-beta-boswellic acid. Okay, that's a mouthful. That targets cancer cells, specifically ovarian, brain, breast, colon, pancreatic, prostate, and stomach. Specifically, well, that's a big, huge group of cancers. Okay, it targets those cancer cells and can actually cause damage to them, causing them to die, thus allowing people to get better. So there are multiple benefits. I know people who use ginger and peppermint for nausea and all kinds of other amazing ways to use aromatherapy, either in place of chemotherapy, in conjunction with, etc. So again, please understand, if you are looking into chemotherapy, radiation, and surgery as your option for cancer treatment, please do not change based on what I'm telling you, but discuss some of the things I'm going to share in the next week with your doctor and see if any of them seem right. Do your research, look these things up, and see how they resonate with you. Okay? Because just because your doctor scares you and makes you feel like you have to start these things right away, you do have a little bit of time, and I'm not talking weeks or months, I'm talking days to get some information. So maybe if you're like me and you got a scare in your family, but it hasn't hit you, now's your time to do your research and figure out what you would do if you were in this situation. And that's where I'm at. So I hope some of this information over the next week helps you. Again, hope you guys are liking the new do. If you do, give me a thumbs up. If you don't, well, don't comment because I want to know. It's too late. I cut it, and that's just the way it goes. So I hope you guys are having a great day. I look forward to sharing this stuff with you this week, and we'll be back tomorrow for another Live in 5.